refresh the Twitch stream.
I am. Indeed, apparently we are back. Damn.
Boom. Wait. Nope.
Are we?
Nope, not yet. There might be a stream delay.
Are you streaming on both YouTube and Twitch?
We're live.
Okay. So if we are keep like hello back everyone. I don't know how many people we have on YouTube at this point. Is YouTube necessary maybe for maybe it is also for the replays? I don't know, Craft, maybe you have more information on that. Okay.
Automatic.
Okay, yeah, on your side it's basically one end, one output, and then it goes to both. Okay, so guys, streaming on both YouTube and Twitch, you heard it first, is not the issue. But we tried to restart the PC. We are gonna see if that ends up working. And yeah, we're gonna go into game 4, Keturboy against Carbone right there. Let's hope for some Carbone magic, some Carbone comeback. Maybe not. We will see.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see a reverse sweep here.
Indeed.
You know, Carbone's gonna have to win 4 games in a row if he wants to advance in this tournament into the quarterfinals. So far, I don't know if he's shown the ability to do that. He's been pretty well handled in all 3 games we've seen so far. One, we were talking about it off stream while we were doing our computer restart. That both of these players have their main civs have been picked. So now we're getting into the back end of the civs that you're comfortable with. I think Keturboy is a French main, Carbone's a Brit main. So what do you pick for game 4? It's going to be Spain for Keturboy, it looks like.
And the answer for Carbone, that's going to be the big question right there. What is the answer on the side of Carbone? What is good against Spain? He's going to go with...
He's going to pick Japan.
Japan, yeah. That's not the first pick I would have in mind, but yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't be the first pick. I can see the stream lagging on my end, so I don't know if that's on me, guys, or if the stream is also lagging. But yeah, we'll have to see.
You say maybe that wasn't your first pick, and it's maybe not the best pick, but Japan does have a favorable win rate into Spain. They've got a 55% win rate, so it's not like huge advantage, but it is
an advantage,
noticeable for sure. You could pick civs like Mexico, but that could be inflated by things like Baja. Another civ that's good into Spain would be Howd. They've got a 58% win rate at high elo, so he didn't pick a bad civ, but maybe not the most ideal. Spain, obviously heavy into the FFs. They enjoy that sort of timing push, especially with the Falcons. Japan, house booming civ, so they're going to have to probably, we'll probably see them be on the back foot.
Yes and no, because one thing that could also be a possibility is Carbone try to look for timing like in around 8 minutes with enough Ashiros under the TC of his opponent. That would also be an option. So we're gonna have to see what Carbone goes for. Does he go for tempo against tempo, or does he look to indeed go for the big ass booming house booming and basically just out macro his opponent, I would almost say, but in that case you have to not lose the TC. That's the big thing. So we're gonna see which way he's going. As some people pointed out, maybe it is the restreaming service between Twitch and YouTube that is lagging. So we're gonna see that for sure, guys. It is not on Craft end. The PC has been restarted. There is no frame drops. There is nothing of that sort. So it might be out of our hands. It seems. But yeah, we're gonna keep the series like this, and we'll see if it is still an issue for the next series. We might take further actions, ladies and gentlemen. But let's dive into that game 4. If it's already up, Craft. It's not up yet, so okay. So we are waiting for the next game, guys. Yeah, I really like Japan. Not a Civ we see all too often. Civ that is very rigid on the competitive side, but when you go a little bit wilder, I would say it's actually a very flexible Civ that can do a lot of things. Thanks to the consulate, I highly doubt we are gonna see some shenanigans today. But it's a really fun Civ overall. Extremely good on water maps. I don't know if the map has some water component to it. It would really help.
New England, so the map does have water component
Okay.
to it. So
Yeah.
that might be his way back into this series. If he goes to Japan, takes the water, and gets all his eco from there.
Exactly, because one of the big thing is Spain is going to put a lot of pressure on land, but then you still have some eco that is rolling on the sea. And that can be a big game changer right there. On the side of Carbone, it's also a way to basically get more money for your bucks early game from the Portuguese consulate. You can have extra fishing boat right there, and that extra eco can really snowball fast when you go into that 8 to 10 minutes timing that the Spain player is going to try to exploit, basically thanks to the 2 Falconet shipments and some infantry.
You know, and I doubt we'll see something like Piroshiki out of the classic Piroshiki build. It likely will be some sort of FF into a timing push, but Spain, very flexible Civ. They have access to basically the entire roster of units. And
a bit more.
Yes. Yeah. You could do, you can Rog Lancer pretty good. You could even go Skirm Goon.
Indeed.
Yeah, so I'm very curious to see, we've seen excellent just strategy overall from Keturboy here. He did the fake out in game 1 with a stable start into the like bow pike kind of push that transitioned in that French mirror to like a Skirm Goon mirror. We saw the Ottoman player, or we saw him in Ottoman go early in age 2 with Jan Avis, and then swap into age 3, get up to age 3, and get the tech advantage with the Falconets, and then the 1,000 coin shipment into the 3 Falconets after the 2 shipment died. And then game 3 was just a very solid strategic gameplay. He took map control, was able to prevent Russia from getting out on the map and pushing with those 3 war huts in base and the zoning out of food. And now we got game 4. New England's a little bit of a trickier map, more tricky map, because there's, again, that water component like you brought up, and there's a lot of safe resources, natural resources around your base. So it's going to be a little bit harder to raid, I think, on this map compared to, maybe the other 2 maps like Punjab or Scandinavia. And yeah, hopefully we see Carbone pulling this out. It is a Japan favored matchup. He was able to counterpick Japan into Spain, I believe, is how that works. And we will be getting into the game here in just a moment.
Yeah, I can see a lot of people surprised, as I was with Japan being favored. The theory, guys, is that you basically out eco Spain, and Spain, it's like a spear that you thrust forward straight into the heart of your opponent. But the thing is, Japanese eco is on the map. Like there is a lot of eco that is coming from the mana. It's New England, so you're gonna have eco on the sea, and you might survive even if the spear goes straight through your heart. And even then, Japan is a pretty resilient civ. You can send your military shipment twice, so it's pretty good at defending and just straight up out-ecoing and out-massing Spain, pretty much. But I tend to agree that normally, like in my book, Spain is gonna have the tempo for sure. That's for sure, and it's gonna be on Carbone side to survive. But let's dive into the game, and Spade, let's introduce the player.
Yeah. Well, let's get started here. I'm down. Here we go. We are on New England. Starting in the south side of the map, we've got our boy Keturboy, who is playing again as Spain. And he's going to immediately, looks like he's going to go up to that trade post, sending his explorer out there immediately. Finding the native trade posts. God, we didn't have our map intro. What natives are on this map? I don't remember.
It's fine. It's the Iroquois, I believe, the Huron. Yeah, they have been renamed. So it's the guy, you know, with the big wheel shield at the front. Basically, the riot police guys. If you see those guys ringing at your door, run. That's all I have to say. Open the window and jump because they are not here for your safety. But there you go.
They bring the door. They don't knock on the door. They bring the door.
This is not legal advice, guys. Just make sure. And yeah, we can see on his side, Carbone is not going for a TP, which is quite usual. He's likely going to go into that Portuguese consulate, as we said. And oh no, he went into market.
Wow.
Oh,
that's interesting.
Extremely surprised. Still the free fishing boat, but okay.
Oh, he started 2 shrines.
Indeed, I think he's looking. I think he's looking for a very, very fast timing. Basically, very fast edge up. Thanks to those 2 shrines, he's gonna have the dogs. It's not hunting dogs. It's the berry one, which is extremely cheap. He's missing only 5 coin. Might be a good idea to just swipe very quickly your shrines to coin in order to just get the berry upgrade nicely, but that's not what he's doing right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if he goes into Torrigate right there, right behind, and try to ride a big tempo wave, I would say. On his side, Keturboy, the explorer, and the dog doing magic, getting all of the treasure, and I'm quite sure he's gonna jump in some record timings. Yeah, we can see he's already almost ready to edge up, and on the top of that, he has already his 2nd shipment almost there. Capitalism, and the 3rd shipment is going to be more than on time when Commerce Age comes around.
And we did see important that the first shipment for Japan was those 3 boats. So Carbone out here trying to take some water eco and just get as many advantages as he can. Capitalism being the first shipment for Spain here, training dogs. Interestingly, trying to take maybe a big treasure that'll help him out, but he is clicking up to H2 already. And yeah, what is this? 135 XP. That is a big treasure. But he's not. Okay, there we go. Now he's going for it. Gets the crack shot off. These dogs going to be able to make quick work of the bears. 135 XP. Going to be able to probably send 2 shipments. Well, definitely send 2 shipments back to back as Spain, especially with that shipment, with that treasure coming in. We saw again, it's a counterwater deck. So a Keturboy realizing that that his opponent, the Japan player, is going to want to take that eco and on the water, and going to try and counter that. And Japan obviously has well, it's not a huge water deck actually.
No.
It's just the 3 boats. Interesting.
Indeed. And we can see Torrigate right there as expected. So the Torrigate really, really good in order to quickly get your military going, and on top of that, you get a lot of XP thanks to the Torrigate, which can fuel more and more aggression. I think he's just gonna go into a big Ashigaru mass right there. He's just gonna send some wood in order to place a lot more shrine on the map. I'm surprised that he's not sending, for example, the 5 shrine shipment, I believe that is. You have a 5 shrine shipment. Instead, he goes for the wood, and he's gonna place shrine with his explorers, very, very likely. And we can see the samurai starting to siege right there. And behind this, very likely, some Ashigaru production. He's gonna try, there you see the shrines are coming up, and he's gonna try to hunt down likely the outpost with some of those Ashigaru that he's gonna try.
Oh my god, the
Yeah,
dog
very
micro.
nice macro. Very nice micro right there. That samurai has no chance against two of those dogs. Oh, nice swing right there. Very nice swing. He's gonna kill the first dog, gonna kill the second dog right there. And now it's the explorer against two, and he is gonna have to fall back. Nicely played here with that samurai to get those big swings onto the dogs. It's gonna force once again the outpost back. The outpost is gonna have to be into the base, and the first batch of Asikaru coming out. Behind that, we can see diplomatic intrigue coming in. So we are likely gonna see the nice thrower. I can't remember their name, but they are likely gonna come, and I believe they have some little grenades in order to siege. So nicely played right there by Carbone. He's trying to put the pressure on to Keturboy, but Keturboy, I'm pretty sure he already clicked the next edge up. I wouldn't be surprised at least. Yeah, there you go. We can see already clicked, and he feels super safe, sending 5 villager. My boy, he is confident right there.
Yeah, and so diplomatic intrigue did come in for Japan. I'm not sure I saw what I'm assuming it's port at this point, but I'm not sure we saw what he actually clicked. Can we see that?
Admiral of the Ocean Sea, so he's gonna have some pressure onto the sea as well as some cords of wood, which is gonna allow him to sustain more infrastructure and probably keep a shipment. I don't know. I believe he already got his 700 wood shipment behind this, so everything is going fine. However, he's gonna lose his TP right there, and by losing the TP, it's gonna slow down his XP curve, obviously. The big thing is he going to be able to survive probably the next 2 batches of Ashigarus? Is there a big shipment coming, a big military shipment coming on the side of Carbone, or is he training units from his, yeah, we can see he's training units from his consulate right there, and 5 Ashigaru are going to come. That's going to be the big timing right there. That's the moment Carbone is banking on. He's going to try to basically kill Keturboy into his base, which is not a bad bet because Keturboy went for the Admiral of the Ocean Sea. Is he gonna pop the big boat onto the pond in order to try to get Carbone back? That's gonna be the big question right there. Or is it gonna pop into the ocean? I believe it popped into the ocean, so no defense right there. Carbone, he knows that the edge up wasn't a military basically shipment, it was on the sea, and he's gonna go all in under his opponent base. He's not sieging though. Very nice play here with the TC, with the tower in order to kill some of those units for free. It's already too late in order to pop Keturboy right there. The shipment has already been sent, so now it's about making sure that that outpost might go down and then try to do as much damage as you can, but those falconets are probably already on the way on the side of Keturboy. Oh, that's the Lancers!
Oh, my goodness. The Lancers are going to clean here. That's a huge pop. Minutemen, I'm assuming, are going to get called here if they haven't already. Yeah, it looks like they have been called.
Indeed, and we can see the first batch of skirmisher at the same time, and this might be game, guys. Big counter timing here on the side of Keturboy. We can see the score difference is absolutely huge. On top of that, on the sea, he's winning the fight.
Wow. Japan.
G
Push
into the
failed
G.
to the Lancer pop and Minutemen call. Falcons were on the way as well. That's a 4-0.
Yeah, big 4-0. Yeah, textbook Spain. And as soon as that edge up came in on the side of Carbone and all of the houses were still there, the population was still high enough to send the first shipment. I was really not feeling comfortable at all for Carbone right there. You need to kill, you need to pressure Spain before the edge up, so the houses start going down, and you make it so Spain cannot send those huge H3 shipments, which can completely swing the fight. Sadly, he couldn't, and he got absolutely destroyed right there. Carbone 0-4 for him. Well played, Keturboy.
You know, you hate to see it from a competitive standpoint. You know, you want to see every series go to Game 7, but this was, I gotta say, Keturboy was clinical. Every single game, he just had the right answer to whatever Carbone wanted to do, and it really showed. You know, there was a little bit of a skill gap, I think, between these two players. They're both obviously very good, better than me, better than I ever will be. But well played to both players. Keturboy getting the sweep, And moving on, he's in the quarterfinals.
Indeed, very nice play. And I see some questions in the chat. Is there a second series today? Yes, there is. There is a second series. It's gonna be Kevin versus, I can't remember the name, Phoenix. Phoenix versus Kevin. It's gonna be casted by CGS and I believe someone else. It's not Mananiko. I believe it's Mongpa. Mongpa and CGS are gonna cast, I believe, the next series, which is gonna start in. Oh, Mumbai is not casting, so okay, we're gonna figure out who is gonna be the second caster, guys. It's gonna be in 20 minutes, so don't go too far. We're gonna try to fix all of the lag issue and stuff, and yeah, very nice play here. Once again, both players, but Keturboy just too strong.
Yep. I think that's what it boiled down to. And I'm happy to say, I'm unhappy, but I'm happy to say that my prediction after game one came true. We did end up seeing the sweep.
Indeed. Guys, we're gonna let you there. Thank you once again. Oh, okay. Second caster is going to be Kaiserklein for the series. So once again, a French boy on the cast. Glad to see that we are many, we are multiple, and we say we instead of we. But there you go. Craft and Spade, it was a pleasure to cast with you guys. Let's hope that we can fix all the production side and that the second series has no lag. And ladies and